Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract success while others struggle despite working just as hard? What if I told you that the secret isn't luck or talent, but actually lies in how your brain works? Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of manifestation through the lens of neuroscience. And I promise by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to rewire your brain for the life you want. I'm talking about insights from Dr. Swart, a neuroscientist who's completely revolutionized how we think about manifestation by stripping away the mystical elements and showing us the cold, hard science behind why it actually works. This isn't about wishful thinking or magical vibrations. This is about understanding your brain's incredible ability to change itself. Let me start with something that might blow your mind. Your brain is constantly changing throughout your entire life. We used to think brain development stopped at 18, but modern brain scanning technology has revealed something incredible. Neuroplasticity continues from age 25 all the way to 65 and beyond. This means you can literally rewire your thought patterns, emotions, and behaviors at any age. Think about it this way. When you learn a new skill, like speaking Spanish or playing guitar, you're not just practicing, you're physically building new pathways in your brain. Dr. Swart explains this beautifully with a simple analogy. Imagine walking through a field of tall grass. On day one, you're pushing through, flattening the grass as you go. But if you walk the same path every day, eventually you create a little trail. Keep walking and that trail becomes a muddy path. Add some paving stones and eventually you have a proper walkway. That's exactly what happens in your brain when you change any behavior. But here's where it gets really interesting. This process is physically exhausting. When you're building new neural pathways, your brain consumes glucose, just like your muscles do during a workout. That's why learning something new makes you tired and hungry. You're literally doing physical work inside your skull, connecting neurons through synapses and strengthening these connections through a process called myelination. Now let's talk about how this relates to manifestation. The neuroscience-based approach to manifestation is actually a four-step process that works with your brain's natural mechanisms rather than against them. Step one is raised awareness. You need to get crystal clear about what you want, and just as importantly, understand what's been holding you back. Maybe you keep choosing the wrong relationships, or you sabotage yourself every time you get close to success. You can't change patterns you don't recognize. Step two is focused attention. This is where you become a detective of your own mind. You start noticing when you fall back into old thought patterns or behaviors. You also start noticing opportunities that align with your goals. It's like when you buy a new car and suddenly see that model everywhere. You've primed your brain to pay attention. Step three is deliberate practice. This is where the rubber meets the road. You actually go out and take actions aligned with what you want to manifest. You apply for that job, you start that business, you put yourself out there romantically. You're not just visualizing, you're experimenting with new behaviors. Step four is accountability. Whether it's through a vision board, a partner, or an app that tracks your habits, you need some system to keep yourself on track because motivation naturally fades over time. But here's what most people miss about manifestation. It's not just about positive thinking. Your brain has sophisticated filtering systems that determine what you notice and what you ignore. Every single day, you're bombarded with more information than people received in entire lifetimes just a century ago. Your brain filters most of this out automatically, focusing primarily on things related to survival and reproduction. This is where visualization and vision boards become powerful tools. When you repeatedly expose your brain to images of what you want, three key processes happen. First, selective filtering. Your brain starts letting more relevant information through its natural filters. Second, selective attention. You begin noticing opportunities that were always there but invisible to you before. Third, value tagging. Your brain starts prioritizing these goals, moving them from the nice to have category to the important for thriving category. The key is understanding that visualization isn't passive daydreaming. Dr. Swart calls them action boards rather than vision boards because they must inspire action. You look at these images, you act as if your goals have already come true or definitely will, and you feel genuine gratitude for that reality. This shifts your brain from a fear-based state driven by cortisol to a trust-based state enriched with oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes you more likely to take healthy risks and trust that good things can happen. Dr. Swart's book, The Source, provides an in-depth explanation of these manifestation techniques. The link to her book is in the description box below. I am an affiliate for the book and may receive a commission if you click the link at no additional cost to you. But what if you're stuck in negative thought patterns? What if deep down you don't believe you deserve success or happiness? This is where the real work begins. You need to dig beneath repeated negative thoughts and identify the underlying beliefs driving them. Usually, these come down to feelings of unworthiness, inadequacy, or fear of judgment. Once you identify these limiting beliefs, you create mantras that directly counter them. Every time a negative thought pattern emerges, you consciously replace it with your positive affirmation. You're literally rewiring your brain from scarcity thinking toward abundance thinking, one thought at a time. The brilliant part about this approach is that uncertainty, which terrifies most people, becomes your playground. Instead of avoiding unknown outcomes, you start doing small experiments. You take low-risk versions of the actions you ultimately want to take, building confidence and data about what works. Here's something fascinating. Manifestation isn't constant. Even Dr. Swart admits she doesn't manifest successfully 365 days a year. There are periods where nothing seems to happen, and then suddenly multiple manifestations occur simultaneously. She's learned to recognize when conditions are optimal for manifestation and leverage those periods to ask for bigger things. The most successful manifestors also acknowledge their wins. They don't just achieve a goal and immediately move to the next one. They actually celebrate and recognize their accomplishments, reinforcing to their brain that good things happen when they apply these principles. One practical tip that's incredibly powerful: place your action board next to your bed so you see it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. This takes advantage of the hypnagogic and hypnopompic states when your subconscious is most receptive to suggestion. Remember, manifestation backed by neuroscience isn't about creating a fantasy and waiting for it to magically appear. It's about understanding how your brain works and systematically training it to notice opportunities, maintain motivation, and take aligned action toward your goals. The most empowering aspect of this approach is realizing that you have complete agency over your results. This isn't about universal vibrations or quantum mechanics. It's about the incredible machine between your ears and your ability to reprogram it for success. Your brain is already changing, whether you're conscious of it or not. The question is whether you're directing that change intentionally toward the life you want, or letting old patterns run on autopilot. The choice and the power is entirely yours. If you liked this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and drop a comment below. Doing so really helps the channel and gets Dr. Swart's message about manifestation out there. Thank you so much for watching.